Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morkie is laying down here next to me. You might hear him make his voice known, or he might just sleep. I'm not sure. He's kind of a mixed bag today. But I am here with your next reading. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you found this, it is the absolute right time for you. It's also a general reading, so only take what resonates, Gemini, and leave the rest. Today, I'm not face-to-face with you. I wanted you to be able to see some cards, and this particular style is working out for me right now in this particular phase of my life when I have a lot going on. So I have a really cool little background, little setup here, and we're going to get a really good look at the cards today, which I think will be really nice. Try to find yourself a nice, relaxing place to sit back and really absorb the energies of this reading. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my new subscribers, to people who have been traveling with me. I welcome you back. I am so grateful for all of you. And should you want to work with me further, please check out other videos on my channel as well as the description below. I do offer one-on-one readings, so that might be something you're interested in. I have a lot of information and I do lives too here on my channel, so I'd love to see you there. Okay, I'm shuffling up. Woo! I was shuffling up these beautiful cards from the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams when, for you, Gemini, the Queen of Pentacles popped out. Ooh, my, ooh, my. It's very interesting to me how this card just flipped out with a lot of power and a lot of presence. And the image in this particular card, she is very engaged with us. You can see her staring at us, right? And she's very present with us. She's present with herself. She is very present with nature. There's transformative energies going on with her, yet it is very grounded. I am seeing the fox here as a potential totem. We have butterflies and a really beautiful bird with some extraordinary looking wings. If anyone knows what kind of bird that is, drop it in the comments below. And then we also have some other images from the background here that looks like that could be a little fawn, like a little deer fawn possibly. We've got a lot going on in this card, Gemini, and I think you've got a lot going on in your life right now. This is a very busy card, probably one of the busiest cards I've drawn for anyone's overall significator energy so far. I'm really struck by the pendant that she's wearing around her neck, the roses in her hair, the headdress, and the ruby on her third eye. A lot is going on. I think many of you probably right now, your minds are quite full. You do have that mercurial energy that goes with you quite a bit. You're very engaged with your own life, with your own thoughts, but you're also engaging others, as I feel her very pensive stare. Your presence alone right now is definitely going to feel a certain way to people. I'm just going to say that, okay? It's probably going to feel way more present and powerful than you have before seemed to people, okay? And other people are going to feel like you can see right through them. And it's just because you do have that line of vision with the third eye, as well as there is a lot going on in your mind. There's a lot of growth. Some of you actually maybe doing a lot of healing where you're repairing neural pathways in your mind, in your brain. And you just know things. You know things that you didn't know before. My, oh my, that is some starting energy there. Very significant for you right now, Gemini. Very powerful energy. I would like to go deeper into this. We're going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith, the traditional deck, and we're going to get some cards with your energy. I will get into the energy of the other person connected to you, or people, or environment. But I really wanted this set of readings to be more about you. The Ten of Wands, and I'll show you all these cards. I'm going to get 3 cards for you. 5 of Pentacles. One more, please, for Gemini. One more. The Page of Cups. Okay, so all of the cards that I've chosen here are minor arcana cards. And what you're showing me, Gemini, is that with you being so present, so illuminated, so connected in that Queen of Pentacles energy, I think it's making some things in your life a little bit difficult. I think maybe some things that are not meant to stick around in your life may be falling away. And there's also this invitation here, Gemini, of, are you really going to try to go forward? Look at this, with this presence, this purpose, this wisdom, with all this going on, you are still carrying some level of stress or something that is holding you back, that is blinding you. With this being a number 10 card, I really feel the energy. And there's a deck called the After Tarot. There's a before and an after, which shows the before and after of each card. And it's really cool because I feel like you're getting ready to drop these wands. Whatever this burden is, it could be a person, could be a job, could be an expectation, could be a scarcity mentality, could be something that blocks your ability to move forward into what you know to be best for you. I feel like these wands are getting ready to be dropped. Okay, but you're still carrying them right now. I don't think that you'll be able to carry them much longer, though, if you're really truly being honest with yourself. So whatever burden is holding you back, I think you're going to let it go. There could be some fear involved with this. This could shake things up a little. It could be a bit of a fear of abandonment, or that you dropping these wands means that you're reneging or going back on maybe a promise that you made someone else. I don't think that's really the case, although there might be a period of adjustment, right? Where you providing or carrying the weight of someone else or carrying some sort of burden actually redistributes it more evenly, but people they're not used to it. So it's going to turn things in the direction of more equality and more balance, but these other characters aren't used to it. And I feel like you're afraid you're going to let somebody down. Maybe that's what's kept you holding on to these wands and burdening yourself, because you're afraid you're going to let somebody else down. You're afraid maybe, are they too weak to deal with it? At the end of the day, though, I think this Page of Cups brings you back to loving yourself enough to let go those burdens that you've been carrying, whatever that is. Even if that's a person, or maybe some of you have been carrying the weight of a relationship and you're not willing to do that anymore. Maybe you've been guilt tripped a little bit by someone in life. Maybe you've tried to bring this up in some of the energies and the communications with this person. Maybe you've tried to reveal this, but they're not getting it, or they're not receiving it very well. I do think there's a little bit of an element of elusiveness going on with the Fox here in the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you're not quite ready to drop all of that because you want to be more transparent from your heart. Maybe you're the one who's been a little elusive and maybe not shared how you're really truly feeling. And so you're beginning to look at ways to do that. I think you've made indications. I think this other person may pick up on the energy, or whoever is impacted by this in your environment. But they also recognize like the change in you, where you're way more present, you're way more pensive. There's so much going on. There's so much complexity to you that I think this person is just intimidated. Honestly, they don't know, they can't figure you out. They want to figure you out, but they can't. There's that kind of elusive energy. So for some of you, it's about you've been more elusive about your communications. For others, you're appearing that way to this person because you're going through some changes here. I'd like to go ahead and get a few cards about the other person or people involved, or the situation that this has to do with. For some of you, it could be work, although I do get kind of a home feel, home and family feel for others of you. So what's going on with the other people here? How are they really interpreting this Gemini energy that is pensive and present and possibly to them overwhelming or intimidating. And wow, yeah, they got the Chariot and the High Priestess. I really feel like this is how they're interpreting you. I do think they have a fear of being left behind with this Chariot here. Like they have found some sort of balance in the way things were with you carrying those burdens. They have found balance, but it doesn't mean the relationship is balanced. So something that has been good for someone else maybe has taken its toll on you. For some of you, this feels kind of like an energy of some of you maybe sacrificed going to school or pursuing the career that you want to pursue to take care of the family or to take care of other things. For others of you, this could be where you have cared for somebody who's been sick or injured, or had to care for your own energies with being sick or injured, and this person wasn't used to you not being able to do the things that they wanted you to do. I do think this person has the potential to grow in their wisdom. They have the potential to move that direction if they can overcome that image that they have burned into their minds about you being intimidating and maybe being scared to get to know the new you. Because what if the new you and them doesn't fit together? So there's a little bit of hesitation that I get with this High Priestess card. Like it's like they want to know, but they don't want to know at the same time. But there is potential here for them. But is that potential actually being acted upon? The Chariot here, it can be the ways that someone would choose to hold themselves back. The High Priestess would be the wisdom that says, no, you need to learn this. You need to have these experiences. If this is someone that you're still with and you want to remain with them, perhaps more transparency and communication from you to them would be helpful. And maybe that being a bit more firm for them, like a bit more grounded, like bring the energy of the Queen of Pentacles into your communications. The Chariot is also about firm control, communication, momentum. They may need that. This may be someone, and I'm noticing the black and white pillars of the High Priestess card that does better with black and white information. The more you can simplify it for them, the more you can, I hate to say it, but dumb it down for them, the better. The more elementary you make the information that you have about what's been going on and maybe the inequality in the situation and how you're looking to have this self-care energy. And you may hear some noises. I've got the windows open. I'm sure you've already heard them, but people are outside now. The weather is nice. So this is real life, and here we are. But maybe your switch to focusing more on what you love, and even though that might affect the people you live with, the people around you, the people you work with, I think we have to give them the opportunity and the chance through your transparency to do this. And maybe some of you, that's what I'm feeling going on with that Queen of Pentacles. A lot going on is you're trying to figure out, how do I communicate this to them? How do I express this to them? Because I do care. I do sense that you care here. Let's get you another card from the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams. So what will help Gemini here? So here they have all this going on, very complex energy. And this person, or people that they're connected to, may be baffled by what Gemini is going to do next. They may be feeling the energy. They may be picking up on it. What can we remember to do? What can Gemini remember to do in this situation? Okay, Gemini, you got the Four of Pentacles here. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, very significant, a lot going on, and you have the Four of Pentacles. You have this desire, Gemini, to have some things for yourself, okay? And I think you've recognized that if you keep carrying the burden of this other person, maybe the weight of the responsibilities in the home environment, if you keep carrying that, it's hard for you to create this little something for yourself. You do have a lot of self-love going on here, and I really like that. Look at the beautiful green energy in this card all around the golden pentacles. And it does feel really good and like well-deserved kind of energy. But it may be hard to balance it out with the other people in your life who are looking for you to take care of the things that don't feed into this Four of Pentacles, that don't feed into your thing, your side hustle that maybe you want to make your career. It may be an opportunity for you to go to school. I did pick that up. For some of you, it's about a new training or learning or school of some kind. And it's the communicating with the other people in your life about, well, listen, if I do that, I can't carry this load, but I need this for me. And this I need this for me is going to be probably stronger than continuing to carry those burdens, because I feel like you've been doing it for a while. For some of you, this could also be the burden of knowledge, of like knowing things and not being able to go back to the way things were, right? And knowing things kind of brings like a hardship to your life. Being more aware of a person brings some hardship kind of energies into your life. Yet at the same time, it's what's meant to be. And these other energies in your life, I do think they'll get along fine. They may just need it black and white, like lay it out as simply as you can. I need to do this for myself. Therefore, I cannot do all of this. Let's talk about how to balance that out. Okay, so there's definitely some communication wanting to come in here. I want to get a little more information. I'm very interested in this Page of Cups. I do feel self-love here. I feel maybe balancing self-love with love for others. Let's get a couple more cards for you because, you know, we've got the Pentacles, lots of Pentacles here and working it out practically, but I want to see how you're feeling, Gemini. Very complex in the mind, very complex in the practical world, but how are you feeling emotionally? Oh my. Emotionally speaking, Gemini, this energy, this communication that you need to have about you doing you here with this Four of Pentacles, it feels big. To some of you, this feels almost like a deal breaker. Like you think you're ruining everything or you're going to crash everything down. This is how you feel like emotionally. Like some of you feel like you're letting down people. You're letting down someone else. And in exchange for something that you need to do for you. It's a rough place to be. And I think a lot of us have struggled with this before. If we're in roles of responsibility, let's say in the workplace, or we're in caretaker type roles in the family. Maybe you've been a stay-at-home parent for quite some time. And you know this is going to shake things up. You definitely feel big emotions here, but you also need this, Gemini. You need this to break down. You need this to crumble in order for you to get into your energies that are for you, that will actually help you be a better person in the world, be of better service to others. You need to have this something for yourself because this Four of Pentacles came up a couple times. Some of you could be at an end in the certain emotional evolutions of a relationship or a job, and you are going to move into this your own energy, but it does mean letting something go. That could be implied here with the Tower. So these are bigger emotions involved in it, and you're feeling like, well, this could end. I did not really get the sense of that energy of it's going to end in how this person interprets it. But I do think you're picking up on their insecurity and their fear, and it feels like, well, they're just going to toss it all away, but blame me for tossing it away because I need to do this for myself. And there's going to have to be a lot of reflection on what kind of relationship this really is to you. For some of you, if this is a workplace relationship, it could be a little easier to deal with than if it's partnership or like family issue. You're definitely feeling like this is big though. But with two Four of Pentacles coming up like that, the momentum and what's the complexity of this Queen, the momentum is already there. There's already a bit of that free fall energy from the Tower, and I'm sure that person is picking it up. They do better with simple communication, but that doesn't mean they don't have depth. And that doesn't mean they don't have the potential to really unlock some important wisdom for themselves. Maybe it's an appreciation of what they've had all these years. Maybe there is something they can offer you if they can let go of the dynamic of having to be in control of things or having things be a certain way only. Very, very interesting, Gemini. At the end of the day, my encouragement to you would be to communicate simply, but honor what it is you need to do for you, because that is very important. You need something for you, very specifically, and there is nothing wrong with that. But we also have to give the opportunity to the people who are closest to us in our lives to understand that about us. So that communication is needed. Now, I would like to get a card for you as well from the Moonology Oracle here. We're getting close to closing off the reading. So let's get the highest and best message that will help Gemini as they navigate these energies. And you got, Gemini, don't let pride get in your way, the full moon in Leo. And so pride and the ego would speak a bit to what I was talking about with that other person feeling intimidated. It could be at times that you come off a little strong about this energy. Maybe you've been letting things bottle up and then it kind of explodes. Maybe there is this kind of a tug of war going on. But again, I think if you tune into the Leo energy, into the true heart, that lion heart, and just let it be okay for you to need what you need and for them to need what they need, for you to want what you want, for them to want what they want. It's feeling a bit at odds right now, but I really do think some heart-to-heart type of communication will assist in this. Maybe the other person's ego is quite online as well, and so you have a little fear of like, that's going to get in our way. We're going to end up with a battle of our egos here. So simplify it, dumb it down, make it as simply stated as you can when you're talking to this person. I think there's love here. I think there's potential for this other person to handle it well if they understand it. But there's also a bit of, we've got to overcome them feeling overwhelmed or intimidated by this new version of you, perhaps, at least in respect to them. Because this is something that's been growing in you and it's something that you're asking for now. It's something that you want. Okay, Gemini, I also wanted to get you a rune from this beautiful rune set. This is the Viking wheel. And of course, we have all the runes on the side. I absolutely love to buy from artisans on Etsy. I got this on Etsy, I think. This is handcrafted. The runes are of the Norse and Old Germanic lineages. By all means, whatever your culture might be, I encourage you to check into the symbols and the languages that your ancestors hold and look for something similar. But I love the runes. I love learning about them. We're going to get you one and we're going to learn more about it together and how it applies for you. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Mix this one. Okay. So Gemini, you got manas. Manas, M-A-N-N-A-Z, manas. It means mankind or humankind. This is about you as an individual navigating the human race, navigating the collective, navigating humanity. It's about intelligence and your skill, your ability, your awareness. It can also represent a very good, solid energy of cooperation, which I really like, feeling like there could be some cooperation on the horizon since you are having maybe some issues communicating with this person or they're having issues being intimidated by you. I think if we look at this like two people coming together and communicating, and that point in the middle there, right in the middle is where they meet. So I think there's some bigger picture that you're looking at, a lot of complexities going through your own mind, but bring it down to a simple point for this person. This also has to do with your attitude toward them and their attitude toward you. And this is something that I think will serve you very well, this manas, in your communication and your partnership with this person, this boss, this romantic partner, this family member, whoever this may be. I think it's important to keep it simple. Like I said, keep it simple for them, but at the same time, speak from your heart and just be honest about what you want for yourself. And let's see where they can meet you with that, if they can. All right, Gemini, a very powerful reading for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and maybe share this reading with another Gemini you know. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you see all the readings right when they come out. And I look forward to seeing you next time.